There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Can we go to questions? Some questions?
Yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna say this is Stefan. I'm gonna say Stefan.
If I dropped 81, let me know. MGM, I'll give the price so you guys don't press me for it. But
Yeah, they're gonna hound you about the Doge. Don't forget. And
I know.
Stefan, what's going on? Unmute yourself. You've been unmuted. What's going on?
Yo, can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
Yes,
did I get it right, Stefan? Right?
Yeah, that's right. That's right,
Perfect,
man. I
perfect.
appreciate you guys. How you guys doing?
We good, man.
Good.
Good. Ian, I got a question for you. I talked to you a little while, some months back, and you mentioned scouring through the Russell 2000 for stocks. So I've done that a few times, and I just had a question though. So I'm going through, and for some of them, the charts look good, but the capital isn't necessarily that great. Is there like what am I trying to say? Like a threshold amount I should look for to determine whether or not it's good? Like if I'm looking at market cap or anything like that, I just don't know how to tell when I do that.
I mean, like anything that's less than $1 billion, I try and stay away from unless you have informational edge. But you can tell me which ones you're looking at, and I can tell you real quick price and if I think it's good or not.
Okay, I can go through a few that I just stumbled upon today that I wasn't sure of. There are, so I looked at one is APLS.
Yeah, it's good. Good acquisition price is like $24.54.
Okay.
It's a risky investment though, but yeah.
Okay. I got one more on here, and I'll try and get the rest to you later. It's a lot. I'm just trying to go through it and just pick everything out. But another one is DNLI.
Solid. You gotta wait till like 27.59 though.
Okay.
Highest I would touch it is 47.16. You gotta wait for a significant pullback.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, I just wanted to be sure as I'm going through all these things. You told us that a while back, so I've been going through everything like crazy.
I appreciate
that was it. I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Appreciate you. Steph, where you from, man?
Oh, Bay Area. I'm out of Richmond.
Bay Area.
Come to the Bay.
Appreciate you, bro.
Yep. All right, thank you guys. Have a good one.
Hey, the Bay is representing at a different level. Every time we go somewhere, somebody's from the Bay, like, y'all need to come. We coming to the Bay.
Part. Yeah,
a lot of love.
You gotta come to the area. I'm like, okay.
A lot of love out there, man. Shout out to the Bay, man.
Kivo, we coming to you. Unmute yourself. You've been unmuted. What's going on?
What's going on, bro?
Everything good?
Feeling? Yeah, I wanted to holler at Ian, or maybe even y'all can touch in on I'm focusing on the energy sector. Yeah, I want to know what's your take on uranium and the significance that it could hold in the near future.
You said uranium?
Yeah.
All right, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. I have no answer for you right now. But next week I will give you. It's not something that I've been looking at actively, so I want to get on here and cap like I have been. But next week I'll have a take for you. But the energy sector has been booming the last year for sure. But I'll come back with a more thorough answer for you.
Yeah, I actually have, Kivo, I have a small allocation in XLE. And so I was trying to pick out all these energy companies. I said, let me just play it safe. I did the research on that, I saw the performance. And so if you look at the chart on XLE, man, again,
Can you tell me what XLE is?
So it's the Spiders Funds energy sector ETF. And so I'm going to tell you, if over the past 6 months to 8 months, we were down at 29, 27, 71. Today it closed at 55.14. And so again, a lot of times when we're trying to research these companies, man, and this is one of the things that Shadi is always telling us, look, go with the safest route, man. Choose an index or an ETF that has them, and you're better off. And so I have a small allocation in XLE. It's done pretty well. And so that's my 2 cents on it.
And when he says, just to give a further education for people that might not be familiar with the lingo, Spider, that's the S&P 500. So when we talk about the S&P 500, 500 companies, it's like a microcosm of the stock market. And in that you have different ETFs, which we talked about what an ETF is before, which is like even a smaller version of that, which is like maybe 20 or 30 different stocks, but it's specific. So you have a lot of the X's. So you hear us talking about a lot of the X's a lot. So XLK is the technology ETF of the S&P 500. XLY is the consumer discretionary ETF of the S&P 500. XLE is the energy
Mhm.
ETF of the S&P 500. XLF is the
Financials, yeah.
Keep going.
So yeah, so you can as Trap says, you break that brick down to dimes. So if you that you can invest in the S&P 500, and then if you want to sub invest inside of the S&P 500 and only invest in the financial companies in the S&P 500, then you do XLF. If you only want to invest in the technology companies inside of the S&P 500, then you do XLK. So
Yeah.
that's another investment.
Biotech is XBI.
Yeah. So there you have it for that.
Trap just actually texted us.
Did he?
Yeah, he just said just now.
The main reason for me to even tap into the uranium thing is this big push on this electric thing that's going on with the government and everything. I just uranium pointed me in the direction of uranium.
Yeah, you kind of broke up a little bit, but I think we heard you as far as the but like I said, we haven't really done too much research on that, but it's good that you actually are doing the research on it and looking into the news and then looking to see what makes sense from that news report.
Right.
That's something I was actually talking about. I think it was Kenny Burns today. Shout out to him. Where like once you start investing, you start to look at things differently. So even going to a kid's birthday party last week, most of the people, probably 99% of the people in the kid's birthday party, are just thinking about getting home or not spilling ketchup on their shirt. But me as an investor, I'm seeing that this place is packed, so that lets me know that those kind of stocks, like we talked about David and Buster's, things of that nature, Disney, that might be good investment. So everywhere you go, you start to look at things like, oh, this is actually who owns this company or who's behind this sector, and it really opens up. Even on the real estate side, like you drive past the neighborhood. And we talked about it before. Like I remember on the school bus, there's always like one house on the block with like the grass is like 8 feet tall, and it's like it's not taken care of. So most of the time we just think like those are just people that just don't care about their property. But now as an investor, that might be a distressed homeowner, or that might be a homeowner that actually doesn't live there anymore. They might live in Florida but still own that house. So what does that mean? That means that you might be able to get that property for a lot cheaper because they might be under financial pressure, or they might not be there, or it might have been inherited to them and they can't maintain the property correctly. So your whole vision changes once you become an investor because you start to look at everything as an investment opportunity.
Yeah, one rabbit hole leads to the next, and every time you dig in the rabbit hole, you're gonna find some more information that's just gonna lead you to something that's pretty substantial. So shout out to you.
Thanks, I appreciate you.
Yeah, I'm gonna dive in deep, but great job for stuff. I've been stumped in a while, so great job.